Good morning. Today is the 25th of September and I've come to Ewbank's auctions. It's near Woking in Surrey for their October classic and modern cars and automobilia sale. I've been invited to come down here because it's relatively new for them to actually be having a whole sale for the cars and automobilia, and I thought I might be interested in some of the lots that they have, and well, they're absolutely right. We've got a mixture of things. We've got everything from this sort of Audi A1 over here to this Morris Minor. It's a very, very mixed sale, about 35 cars, and we're going to be having a look round, and actually I'm going to be as well having a go at some of them today, because they've offered me the opportunity to do that. So thank you to George and Matt for sorting that out for me. First of all, we'll start off with this 1981 Triumph TR7. This is a very late TR7. This will be one of the last ones made. They stopped making them actually in 1981. Have a look at the back and see where it was made. Yeah, that is a Solihull built car because of the boot lock. Estimate on this is £6,500. You can bid in person or you can bid online. There's already starting bid of this is £2,200. This looks pretty good to me, actually. Only got 2-litre engine. The TR8s were available at the same time as this, but probably if you want better fuel consumption, this is the one to go for. I have driven one of these, actually. I drove a coupe one at Great British Car Journey beginning of last year. Also about this time, it was a 1980, this is an 81. I think the same colour as well, but a coupe rather than the convertible this one is. That's a strong start, actually. Let's look at the next one. So I can't quite locate lot number 3002. Let's go 3003. I do apologise in advance for the noise in the background. I'm afraid the A3 is very close to the auction house and there's not an awful lot I can do about the noise of the road in the background. This is a Morgan. It's part of actually the deceased estate. This is a 48 Morgan. It's one I've never heard of before. I've heard of Morgan 44 Coupe. Estimate on this is £10,000 to £15,000. There are several Morgans and an HRG in the sale. I'll make sure to ask if we can locate some of the others, but that is one of the strangest spare wheel locations I've ever seen in my entire life. Isn't that crazy? Whilst I'm waiting to locate some of the others, let's go to 3006. This is a 1987 Mini Mayfair. It's been modified, actually, this one. Mini prices have actually fallen a bit recently, and this is valued at between £3,500 and £5,500 for the estimate. Starting bid on this is £1,700. Now we have got a bit of rust coming through in certain places, like down there and along here, classic mini rust spots. The interior actually is really, really nice. It's been sort of fully customised with things like electric windows and this wooden steering wheel. It's on Mini Light style wheels, which is good. Still got the Mayfair sort of badging and stripes on it, and we've got that full opening. So apparently that's a factory option, that one. I didn't realise that. Next to it is another Mini. This is a 96 Mini Sprite. The Sprite was the other sort of Mini you could get at the time, apart from the Cooper. This is a very late Mark 6 one. Now it looks a bit sort of dusty and things like that, but actually the bodywork is in really good condition. Just look below the dust, and you'll see there's no rust on this car. It could do with putting back together. There's certain modifications on here. There's a centre console that's been put in, and different steering wheel and different gear lever, and the exhaust is a little bit different. A decal for some reason are missing on this. I don't quite know why, but if you wanted one of these, the estimate on this is £2,500 to £3,500. Starting bid is only £1,200. Someone's bid on this at the moment. Personally, I'd change those rear lights as well because they're not standard. But yeah, for a classic Mini that's basically complete and just needs putting back together, I think there are some things to do on it as well. That's not bad. Mini prices have been very strong recently, so you know that's a good way into that sort of ownership. So I've just heard that some of them are in a storage bit at the moment, so we might not be able to see actually all the lots. We'll see most of them though. Like this 2014 Audi A1 Sport. This is the 138 brake horsepower version. It's actually the automatic one, the what we call the S-Tronic. It's actually estimated at £8,000 to £10,000, which you sort of look at it and you think that's quite a lot of money for a 10-year-old Audi, but it's in really, really nice condition. It's in so nice, in fact, that I've asked to have a go in this. I've driven a first generation A1 yet, so I should be having a go in that. The starting bid on that is about £4,000. Next to it, something entirely different. This is a Vanden Plas 4-litre R. This is actually from 1967. It's for one of these, I think they stopped in 68, but were replaced really by the Austin 3-litre, and they were going to build, I think, a Vanden Plas version, but they never did. The estimate on this is only £1,500 to £2,500. As you can see, it does need some work. You can see the rust is one thing, the paint's a bit flat up here. Interior though, it looks quite good. It's not too bad. It could do with a little bit of a clean. It's not quite a beige one, more like a sort of biscuit colour. This one's an automatic, and the current bid on this is only £750. I don't know what the reserve is, but there we go. That is quite a contrast. It just shows you the sort of diversity they've got in this sale. So we skip one of the lots because we don't talk about certain things on this channel, viewers. And we go on to lot number 3011, it's 3011. It's a 1966 Ford Mustang. The estimate on this is 15,000 to 25,000. The current bid is about 10,000. It's good. It's got the 4.7 V8 in it. Interior looks very clean, actually. Very clean indeed. This is an automatic gearbox. Yeah, I mean, Mustangs aren't particularly my thing. This one looks good. I mean, there's little bits of sort of rust down here. Nothing serious. There's little bits down here, as you can see, but it's not bad. A little bit of work would bring it up to maybe sort of £20,000 to £25,000 in terms of its value and things, which is good. Next one, lot 3012, 2004 Porsche Boxster. This is a 2.7. It's got a 5-speed manual gearbox in it. Lovely blue colour. Most of these are silver, aren't they? This one, estimated between £5,500 to £7,500. It doesn't seem like a lot of money for a Porsche to me. It's in really nice condition. I think it's only done about 51,000 miles. Parking sensors, obviously, that would be a good idea. Let's have a look at the interior. Yeah, the S had this 6-speed. This is only a 5-speed. Actually, the centre console is the same colour as the outside of the car. Very, very nice. There's not really any wear on the driver's seat or anything of that. Yeah, I mean, I personally probably find that a bit impractical, but some people would like it, won't they? So here we've got a 2001 Mark IV Golf 1.6 SE manual. It's already got a bid on it. Estimate £1,200 to £2,000. I'm amazed actually these, but were launched, I think 1998 these were launched. They don't look like it. They look like they're much newer cars than that, but that's when they came out. This one looks okay. There's, I mean, if you're really fussy, you could repaint that back bumper, couldn't you? You could have a change it or repaint it or something. The rest of it looks, to be honest, quite good. Interior looks good. The SE was probably one of the most common specifications for these. One thing I've always wondered about in them is they've got 2 slots for the radio. You've got often like a CD player and a tape player on different levels for those. And then something else, lot 3016, is completely different. Goodness me, viewers. A 1965 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud 3, long wheelbase, 15 to £25,000. Starting bid of 7.5. How can this only be worth £15,000 to £20,000 as an estimate? I mean, for a start, we've got a beige leather interior with wood. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. This is one of the very last of the Silver Clouds, because they were actually discontinued the same year, in 1965, when the Silver Shadow came in. Don't know if actually the Silver Shadow has its own amount of space in it as the Silver Cloud. Just go through there. There we go. Through there. Oh, viewers, look at that! Massive slab of wood on the dash. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. We can see, for example, there the paint probably needs addressing, but it doesn't look too bad for something that's this sort of age. We're talking over 60 years now. if you want to pretend that like you're ahead of state or something like that, that might be the perfect car for you. Lot 3017 is this 1991 Rolls-Royce Silver Spirit. Actually, one thing I'm pleased to see is it's very original. We haven't sort of changed bits on it. A lot of these have had the headlamps on them fitted from sort of later Bentleys and things like that. This hasn't. Estimate on this is £7,000 to £9,000. Press information there from 1991 specification cars. Very nice. Not quite a beige leather interior views. We have got wooden piping with this leather interior. I drove a Bentley 8 last year actually, and they're very similar to this. They are just really nice, comfy cars to drive. This is a 2. I think there was also Silver Spirit 3 later on. Yes, I mean, it's not entirely perfect or anything. We can see little bits sort of kind of there and sort of up here that need addressing, but I can't see anything too major on this. Obviously you're going to need deep pockets to fuel it up, aren't you? But you expect that, don't you, with a Rolls-Royce badge on your car? Something a bit more affordable to run, estimate £6,500 is this 1980 MGB. Late one, this, almost at the end, probably from the last year of production. We've got these striped sort of grey and silver seats. I think those are correct actually for the late ones of these. Yeah, look, all looks together, looks very, very good condition this. I think been told that someone spent £7,000 alone on doing the engine of this, so you know it should all be good. And £6,500 I think is reasonable. Definitely still within sensible second-hand classics territory. Lot number 3019 is this 1968 Morris Minor Traveller. This is only estimated at £4,000 to £6,000. I think at some point you are going to have to look at this wood. It is structural on these, and it can be a time-consuming job to do it. That's probably why the estimate is lower than on some of the other cars that I've seen like this. A little bit of rust on there, nothing too bad. I mean, Morris Minors, there's so many kind of people out there who help you to repair these. Parts availability is really good. You could have it like that for a bit. I would just check the wood because of the structure of it, but yeah, I like the colour of this. That's really nice. Lot 3021 is a car that I'll be driving today. This is a 2005 BMW 630i. It's an E63 type. Now, it's by no means perfect, but I cannot believe the estimate on this. The estimate on this is £2,000 to £3,000. That's madness. Starting bid's only 1,100. I know these are quite controversial cars, the Chris Bangle era BMW, but nevertheless, because I've got the key to this one, we have a beige leather interior with wood, so I am very happy. I do like a nice beige leather interior, viewers. I'm looking forward to having a go on this. I don't know what's M about this. The 630 was the least powerful of the E63s, so I don't know, maybe someone's been some suspension to it or something, but it looks good for that kind of money. Excellent. So lot 3023 is this 2005 Smart 4.2 Brabus. Like all of them, this first generation type, they have the kind of automated manual gearbox in them, which is, I suppose, it's a acquired taste really. I've driven that in the second generation car and it wasn't particularly what I liked, but apparently this is really quick. Estimate on this is £1,800 to £2,800. One of these, it looks good. One thing I would say, you might just want to get these wheels refurbished if you shouldn't buy the car, or you could just leave it as it is. We've got a leather interior here as well. Wonderful. So, lot number 3024, 1996 Mercedes E280. It's a late of the S124 shape, or W124 as all the series together is called. This is the estate, so it's an S. Estimate on this is £800 to £2,800. This car has been in the same family from new. It's a very late S124. Classic things of these is this rust just here. And also we have a beige leather interior with wood. So, you know, a little bit of bodywork to tidy up on these. It's got the 7 seats as well. Someone's also maybe not been the best at parking. Number plate would probably do with changing, but I'm sure like you could just use it like that. I mean, you could improve it. You could change the front wing, deal with that bumper, but not bad at all. Local car, it's not coming very far away. Yeah, I quite like that actually, viewers, for especially that sort of money. So, a 2001 Jaguar S-Type 3-litre automatic. I've actually driven one of these before. It was a 2000 car. This is a slightly later one. This one's got a very nice sort of cream leather interior in it. Oh, thank you, autofocus. Estimate on this is only £1,200 to £2,000, so we're almost in no budget reviews territory with this. I'll have to just check to see if that personal plate actually comes with the car or not. But yeah, that looks pretty nice actually, that sort of money. You've got to watch the cells on these though. Engine has a cam chain. It's not a cam belt engine in these, so that's good. Very much a personal. I quite like these, but obviously your opinion might vary. And now some proper no budget reviews cars. Estimate £300 to £500. Starting bid 150. A 2006 Ford Focus 1.8 Z-Tech. This has the Mazda engine in it. Same engine actually as an MX-5 and loads of other Volvos and Fords and things. Got to watch these. Sometimes you can have water go into the spark plug tubes in 1.8s. Bodywork actually doesn't look too bad. A little bit of rust down here, but with an estimate of like £300 to £500, I'm sure there's, you know, sensible money to be made if you want to trade it on, or even you want to keep it for yourself and just tidy it up. So more no budget reviews motoring here. This 2002 Jaguar X-Type 2-litre V6. It's actually a 2.1 engine in these, but the badge is a 2-litre. This was the smallest engine available for the X-Types. This is actually like the one I filmed in 2020. I filmed one of these. It's also a 2-litre V6 one that had a leather interior. This has a cloth interior. It's a manual. That was a leather interior and automatic. Again, like the S-Type, you've got to watch for cells on these. But actually, they're not that bad, particularly for sort of money. It's only estimated at £1,500. So, you know, it's maybe worth taking a risk on. It looks good. Actually, a lot of these cars do come from some things like deceased estates and things like that, so often they have been very well maintained. And yet more no budget reviews. Cars here, a 2006 Vauxhall Vectra C 1.8 design. In 2020 I filmed one of these that I'd sourced for a client, I think a couple of years before that. This is a facelift one. One I actually sourced was a pre-facelift. Estimate £1,000 to £1,500. It looks good actually. It's very good. These aren't particularly valuable cars at all. They seem to have been sort of forgotten by the trade. They had very bad press at the time for just being sort of boring, and Jeremy Clarkson didn't like them. There's some very, very kind of minor bits of rust here, but it's nothing to worry about for a car of this sort of money. This design one's actually got a half leather interior. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. You might want to buff that headlamp and things, but apart from that, that's just a car just to sort of run around and use, and lots of space in it for the family. Not bad. Next we have this 2004 Mercedes SLK 200 compressor automatic. Someone's bid on this already. Starting bid is £1,500. Estimate £1,500 to £2,500. It's not a perfect one. We can see on this rear arch that's going to need some attention. But yeah, very late one actually. This is the last year they made the shape of SLK, and it doesn't look too bad. Wheels are a little bit curved, but what exactly do you want for sort of the money that's being asked? It's you know, I've probably a lot of fun. Make sure the roof works, of course, before you buy one of these. That's a classic thing with an SLK of this type. But yeah, it's not too bad actually. Lot number 3032, more no budget reviews type stuff. Estimate on this Audi A3 is £1,200 to £1,800. It's a 1.6 SE. This is a facelift one, you can tell straight away by the door handles. They made these, I think, until about 2003. I have actually reviewed one of these back in the distant past, about 5 years ago. A friend of mine used to own one of these. It was a 1.8 automatic pre-facelift. Very nice interior for the time in an A3 like this. It actually looks quite modern for 96, when it was when it came out, I think, before the Mark IV Golf were actually based on. Yeah, again, there's some interesting stuff down here. So this is a delight actually. It's a 1993 Mercedes-Benz 190e. Now it looks like the Cosworth version. It's not. It's only a 2-litre. Someone back in 1993, when these were right into production, decided to order a 2-litre automatic with a body kit that makes it look like a Cosworth. I have no idea why. I think original supply and dealer is Puddocks of Guildford, so we're very close to Guildford where we are, so not particularly move very far. The estimate on this is only £1,800 to £2,800. The current bid is about £900. Yeah, so airbag car, so very late. Cloth interior with the automatic gearbox. I have driven one of these, a 2-litre auto from 1990, and they're not very fast. You won't be competing with the Cosworth in this, but it's not a lot of money, is it, for something like this? It looks really good. I don't know about the colour particularly. I prefer a different colour personally, but it's very, very much sort of older Mercedes-Benz, isn't it? This sort of gold. And then the very last one for the day, unless we're going to look at, you know, the HRG or something like that, that's in the container of things. Might not have time for that, but let's just assume this is the last one. Lot 3035, a 1993 BMW E34 530i V8. Estimate £2,200 to £3,200. So, yes, I mean, this is actually open, I think, this one. So we'll take a look at this. E34s are very prized in certain circles. I'm surprised this one doesn't have a driver's airbag, but perhaps they came a little bit later. My mother's E34 to 1995, which she had years ago, had a driver's airbag. Yeah, I mean, this will make a great noise, won't it? I mean, it won't be the most economical car or anything. This one's not perfect. You can see we've got some kind of lacquer peel and things on here. That rear arch has been sort of resprayed a little bit, so that might need sorting out at some point. Someone's not debadged it, which is interesting. I'd expect someone to debadge these, but maybe you're very proud of the fact that you have a V8 in your E34, so you don't need to debadge it. But yeah, that is good. I should have asked to have a go in this, shouldn't I? There's certain cars that I'm very blessed to have been offered a chance to drive today. Unfortunately, this isn't one of them. I'm starting to regret what my choice is, but never mind. So I'll just stop here and we'll see actually if we can have a look at that HRG. If not, I'll come back and we will conclude. Well, viewers, I'm afraid I forgot to film the end of that video. We're now back from Ewbank's auctions. I'm afraid we didn't get to look at the HRG and the other Morgan, but never mind. Maybe we'll get to see some more cars next time. They've got another sale coming up, I think, in December. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, and we shall see you again soon for some more incorrect information.